From the Communication Arts Center in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, this is UWSP News Team.
Good afternoon and welcome to UWSP News Team. On our broadcast today, Trivia 46, Guardians of the Contest, has come and gone. We go behind the curtain and speak to the great Oz about preparations for next year's trivia contest and speak to the station manager at 90 FM for an update on this year's contest.
Can't find a place to park? Recent concerns about next year's parking policies have students worried. We take to the streets to learn more. But first, students at UWSP organized a protest against the state's potential impending budget cuts. UWSP News Team Michaela Hilgart has more.
It may be empty now, but just a few days ago, the sundial was filled with about 200 students voicing their opinions about the proposed budget cuts. After gathering, they marched downtown to the Portage County Public Library on Thursday, April 2nd, to peacefully oppose Governor Scott Walker's proposed cuts to the UW system.
Well, a lot of us have been feeling very emotional about budget cuts, but no one's really been doing anything, and I think it really bothered me that we were all talk and no action.
The walk to the library was meant to symbolize the importance of education. Students made signs, developed chants, and shared their opinions.
Today, here enough with a whole bunch of people, probably 190. We're here about the budget cuts that Scott Walker has put onto our whole UW system, but also to Stevens Point. We're pretty mad and frustrated.
The event was not hosted by the Student Government Association, but its members offered letter writing and discussion opportunities throughout the day, as well as an open forum in the evening.
I hope to help students feel more confident in their voice. I did some tabling in the DUC, and when I approached people and asked them what they felt, how they felt, they looked sad and defeated. So I'm hoping that today really helps people, stand up and write a letter to the legislator, call them on the phone.
Organizer Brewster Johnson said the event was a great foundation for future rallies and marches, but the group wants to educate through small group sessions as well as university and community events.
No more vote. We want education and
For UWSP News Team, I'm Michaela Hilgart.
The proposed UW budget won't be finalized until voted on by legislators in June. In the meantime, students are voicing their opinions and taking action.
UWSP's radio station 90 FM once again played host to the world's largest trivia contest. UWSP News Team Gabriella Grant has the story.
The world's largest trivia contest returned to Stevens Point April 17th through 19th. Trivia 46, Guardians of the Contest, had over 400 teams putting their pop culture knowledge to the test. Even though the contest is in its 46th year, organizers at 90 FM work hard to keep it current because it is an important part of the Stevens Point community. Jim Oliva, better known as Oz, has been coordinating and writing for the trivia contest since 1979. Questions are pulled from many different kinds of media. Writers spend over 7 months taking notes and 3 months writing questions, many of these questions based on television or movies the writers have seen in the past year. Some sources of inspiration are a little older, and answers can't always be found through a quick internet search. This has been Gabrielle Grant reporting for UWSP News Team.
Stay tuned for more trivia info when we interview station manager Dylan Shanahan after the break.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of this born racer having 157 career top 10 finishes in NASCAR? 1 in 125 billion. The odds of him winning both the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400 in the same year? 1 in 195 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm NASCAR driver Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Welcome back to UWSP News Team. We are joined today by Dylan Shanahan to talk about Trivia 46 turnout. Hello, Dylan.
Hey, Austin.
How did Trivia go for you this year?
For me personally or for the station?
For the station.
It went really well. We had 350 teams, about 8,500 players, lots of feedback, lots of positive feedback from Facebook and in person. Seems like it was a really good contest this year.
What was unique about this year?
Well, I like to think it was the theme. We did a superhero theme a while ago. We did a Superman theme, but this year was a little bit more open-ended because we were using Guardians of the Galaxy, and so lots of superhero fun stuff was going on, especially for the parade and things like that. So, and a lot of the sponsors went out big with the theme. They gave us a lot of themed food, like based on like Groot and stuff, you know.
Been fun. What is your part specifically in trivia?
Well, I coordinate, so I do kind of the odd job stuff. I coordinate getting the tables, talking with other parts of the university, making sure that we can have the building open over the weekend and basically let us do this. And I help get the merchandise there ready. I supervise the money, you know. I just kind of make sure everything runs smooth.
And how does trivia benefit the community?
Oh, it benefits it greatly. It's just it brings people together. A lot of times it brings people from all over the country and the world sometimes to come and play and get back together with their friends and family and just have a good time. And it's not always about winning. It's more about just coming back to the good old Stevens Point and having some fun.
Is there anything else you can tell us about next year's trivia contest?
No, because the Oz keeps it pretty tight. It keeps it pretty locked up. I don't know anything about the theme, anything like that, but I do know it's going to be fun and that people should definitely sign up if they haven't tried it before. It's a wild ride. And there's plenty of trivia teams out there that you can find and see if you can play on their teams as well, as long as you have information. If you have information, you are very valuable.
All right. Well, thank you for your time and congratulations on this year's trivia, and we look forward to seeing next year's trivia.
Thanks, Austin.
I don't have one.
The The proposed UW system budget cuts have moved many to act and speak out. Now an update on how students and faculty are reacting to the newly proposed UW System Authority. UWSP News Team's Laura Braun has the details on this developing story.
As part of the UW system budget cuts, Governor Scott Walker has proposed a University of Wisconsin System Authority, which students and faculty across the state have received with mixed opinions. Some are in favor of the proposal.
There's simply no way schools will be able to balance their budget without cutting programs that directly benefit students.
While others are in opposition.
This $300 million cut is going way too far.
These were the opinions of faculty and students expressing their view to the Joint Finance Committee at UW-Barron County. The committee, consisting of 16 representatives, holding public meetings across the state this month where they can prepare to vote on the proposal with public opinion in mind.
And now they go into further sessions where they'll start proposing amendments and making changes to the governor's budget.
Under the current proposal, more control over monetary decisions such as tenure, student payroll, and tuition will be given to the Board of Regents, a board which is separate from the state and controls every aspect of public education.
Assuming it all goes through, the happy hunky-dory version is that the Board of Regents are able to keep tuition costs down, they're able to put efficiencies into the system, and tuition and also the quality of education stay the same.
State representatives like Katrina Shankland are a little unsettled about the proposal.
Well, I think this public authority model was just dropped on us in January, and without any public input, without any kind of discussion, as higher education becomes more and more out of reach for people because of the rising cost of tuition, I think it's important to look at that, and frankly, I think we should reinvest in the university and not cut it at all.
The public authority model has been proven effective by other states across the nation, such as Virginia, who implemented the model back in 2005.
This model other states have used, but they've implemented the process in several years, not a couple months. I think it's important to take a step back and look at this more carefully than just a few months of time. Frankly, I don't think there's enough research about the success of this model for us to move forward, and I would prefer that this proposal be taken out of the budget completely.
The public authority itself, it's going to take some time to see if they want to flesh it out. I have a feeling that the public authority will still somehow resemble how the UW system currently operates, even if it is implemented, but we won't know until they decide.
The UW currently educates 180,000 students on 26 different campuses and serves more than 1 million citizens through statewide extension programs. That all could change with the proposed UW System Authority. For UWSP News Team, I'm Laura Braun.
The Finance Committee will be voting on these two proposals over the next 2 months, and if passed, they will go on to the state and the Assembly.
Don't go away. You might not find a place to park when you come back. Hear from students about campus parking concerns when we return.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until there's no secret that laughter makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
One of the biggest concerns with the campus growth is the problem with parking. Reporter Jason Campbell has the story.
Looks like tuition isn't the only thing going up in price for students at UWSP. The Parking Administrative Board has begun a new 2-year budget plan, which will increase parking permits to $115 to $154 and parking meters from 50 cents an hour to 75 cents, which has some students concerned.
I mean, I can kind of see why, because like the budget costs and stuff like that, but I think it's also not really fair because you're paying so much anyways for tuition, and tuition is going up.
But with some parking lots being under construction and the budget cuts across Wisconsin school systems, change was coming.
I mean, I understand that with the budget cuts, prices are going to have to increase somewhere, and I understand it with the parking passes, and I almost kind of expected it.
One of the reasons for the increase in costs in parking is due to the fact that Lot X will be under construction during the fall semester, and that snow removal cost $400,000 last year. The proposal is going to the University Affairs Committee, which, once approved, the extra money gained by the rise will be going into buying houses in order to build new parking lots for students and faculty. This is Jason Campbell for UWSP News Team, signing off.
And now, UWSP's own Austin Shirky talks to students about their opinions on the matter.
I'm here today asking UWSP students what they think of the current parking problems here at UWSP. What do you think of the current parking prices here at UWSP?
Yes, I think they're all right. I mean, not too pricey. Plugging a meter every day gets a little expensive, but I mean, other than that, I don't think it's bad. I've just heard a lot of people say that there's not a lot of places to park.
I feel like we shouldn't have to pay for parking, but I guess if you have to upkeep parking lots, I don't know, I just don't like paying for parking.
Prices is a bit difficult. Last semester I think it was $300, and I was carpooling half the week, and this semester it's double that, so.
Well, it can add up really quick. It gets pretty expensive when you can't quite catch your parking spot far off campus and you have to get a metered lot.
I think the prices as they are now are fine, but something should be done.
What do you think of the parking prices going up to 75 cents for an hour instead of 50 cents?
Yeah, not a huge fan of that at all. I think it should stay the same.
I don't think it's a lot. I think that's still a fine price.
Is it really? Oh God, that would really suck.
I definitely don't approve, that's for sure. It's enough to go through a roll of quarters in 1 week, but now it's going to be about a roll and a half, I think.
I don't necessarily like that. People are going to need to park, it's just a thing that they're going to need to do.
And join us after the break when we look at news beyond Stevens Point.
Bring this sweet.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Danse, que
up on sex, don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
You know what, guys? There's a lot of tree branches and dry brush over here. We should probably move the bonfire over there.
I'm guessing Smokey liked that idea.
Welcome back to UWSP News Team. It's now time to take a look at what's happening across the globe. Saturday's earthquake has left nearly 4,000 people dead. It is the worst earthquake to hit Nepal in more than 80 years. CNN's Steve Naines has the latest on the frantic search for survivors.
We threw him a really big party before he left, but you just, especially with Dan, you just assume he'd be able to get out of it. He'd be able to figure this out.
As a president, I like to thank all the international community and to my people. They all are helping each other, and we are ready to tackle these calamities.
UWSP News Team will have more as this story develops.
A student gunman was tackled by school staff after firing shots at a Washington State high school. It happened Monday morning at North Thurston High School in Lacey. Police say a 16-year-old student fired 2 shots into the ceiling of the school. A teacher and the principal tackled the suspect and held him until officers arrived. No one was hurt by the gunfire. School was canceled for the day, and students all filed into the football stadium to be picked up by their parents.
The hottest racing this past weekend could be found in Buda, Texas. That's where the Buda Lions Club hosted its annual Wiener Dog Races. For 2 days, dogs raced to the delight of the crowd. Most of the pups were in it to win it, while a few seemed a little confused by all the excitement. The Buda Lions Club has hosted the Wiener Dog Races for the last 18 years. When we come back, we take a look at UWSP alumnus who is pursuing his martial arts dreams.
Turn here. There.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free tips to help you save, go to Feed the Pig.
Welcome back to the UWSP News Team. Stephen Freeman is not only a UWSP graduate and a working family man, but is also one of the only martial arts fighters from Wisconsin to compete in the U.S. Open in a decade, Reporter Amy Markham has more on this story.
Stefan Freeman began college at UWSP in 2009, where he became a decathlete on the university's track and field team. His love for sports led him to enroll in his first Taekwondo class, where he could expand his knowledge of discipline. Freeman rapidly turned from a student to a black belt competitor. Freeman's coach explains that Taekwondo is not just a physical sport, but a mental one as well that requires studying one's competitor to gain the upper hand. Freeman graduated UWSP with a major in fine arts and continues to create art today. With the help from his coach, Freeman trained to compete in the 2014 U.S. Open, where he gained experience competing against professional athletes. Stefan Freeman took first place at the AAU Wisconsin State Championship. Stefan emphasizes the need for fighters to have balance in their lives, and he makes sure he creates time for his wife and also works a full-time job.
Stefan is currently training for the 2015 National Championships, in which he hopes to place in the top 4.
Do you think you could do martial arts, Austin?
No, I don't have the coordination to do that
I definitely
kind of
don't
stuff.
think I could earn any kind of belt. So hats off to that UWSP alum.
Thank you for joining us this afternoon on UWSP News. I'm Austin Scherpke.
And I'm Jana Schleiss. Tune in next time for more information on issues affecting you and your community.